Today marks a big day for Professor Joanne Scott as she firmly braves herself to appear on the recording set and settles down with a charming smile as the camera records her live and the host starts the broadcast. Back with the daily news today, I'm your host and I'm accompanied by the appearance of a special guest, Professor Joanne Scott, a well-known and successful ecological researcher who has created a brilliant system that successfully maintains the balance of climate change. Professor, it is an honor to have you here. Now, could you tell us what drew your interest and inspired you to create this machine?
Citizens are aware of the huge pollution that exists around us, while the most recent talk of the town has been about green city construction like urban planning or such, which are obviously great impacts, but here's the thing. I personally believe that we should focus on our sustainability first before moving on to the new exploration or creation, which in my case, I put my focus on the current waste management.
Landfill is the oldest and most common form of waste disposal that we always look past at as it has never bothered most of us. Yet, that is not an excuse to ignore this crucial issue. As the rubbish pile grows in size, it is clear that waste mismanagement is taking place which will affect our daily lives. In the midst of the COVID-19 crisis, the production of medical waste such as masks, gloves, and hand sanitizers has skyrocketed, reaching 40% greater than its original level. This also contributes to the world's waste creation.
Introducing the Advanced System in Waste Management, or you could call it A.S.W.M. It is the eco-waste management system that uses the best way to deliver, sort, and manage waste. All waste are disposed in a smart bin provided and it doesn't require citizens to sort it. It is designed with an AI recognition system that separates metal and glass from other types of waste. The sensor detects when the bin is full. All trash will be transported to the main ashes site or recycling center for metal and glass through vacuum in the systematic underground pipe system.
A machine called the A.S.W.M works through the utilization of plasma, which is a hot ionized gas to create activated negative ion that lead to decomposition of organic and inorganic material through the process of pyrolysis. This breakthrough innovation has enabled continuous self-combustion process without or minimum need of external energy source. Waste is put into the A.S.W.M, it ends up in the bottom of the thermal degradation chamber where it will decompose via the plasma pyrolysis process. There is also a water filtration system to filter and has self-cleaning system that cleans the liquid used during the filtration system. Lastly, ashes produced will be removed using the tray below the entry.
Whenever the question about waste management pops up, the favorite solution seems to be waste-to-energy incinerators. But previous incinerator project has not been successful. To top it off, such project has been very costly, says Roland CST. Luckily, the system uses zero energy concept where external energy resources such as petrol gas and diesel is not used. Instead, solar energy is used as its energy contribution is more than adequate, enabling the A.S.W.M to continue self-sustainably around the clock 24/7. As a product, it utilizes space optimally for maximum green effectiveness. Furthermore, most solid waste can be treated whether it's being organic or inorganic when an exception is given to metal and glass materials. This waste will be slashed into the A.S.W.M that will reduce to 40% of its original volume. The remaining product will remain in form of reusable ash, which will then be benefited for fertilizer and be made bricks for construction purposes. Effectively, garbage truck will no longer be needed as we will be using underground pipe system to transfer this waste to the main sites. With that being said, a huge amount of money and cost for fuels and salaries can be saved and benefited for other users as we will no longer using this garbage truck and we will be lessening pollution as a whole. Lastly, this could also lighten the burden and work of society as people no longer have to sort and segregate their trash into different categories when disposing waste, as they can now dispose them all in one bin. This bin will then identify and self-separate metal and glass from other waste using a special AI recognition technology. Waste other than metal and glass will be sent to the incinerator to be turned into special type of ash, whilst the glass will be sent to the recycling centers.